I got a freaking 5. I missed my freaking club draw. And
5, 6.
Good enough to win the pot for Bishop,
I
though.
thought that might do it.
Peter lays it down and Joe.
Gotta believe Eastgate regrets not betting the river. Gotta believe Bishop would have laid it down.
How aggravating for Eastgate to think he might have been able to take that pot holding the worst hand.
That's a stupid call. Yeah, see, that's what I do.
All right, let's go over to table 2. Paul Snead flopped top pair against the ace high of Scott Montgomery. Action is on Montgomery. Montgomery reaching, and he makes it $1.5 million to stick around.
The youngins love the posture, and they love to put pressure on you.
Raise.
42-year-old Snead knows how to turn up the heat, too.
$3 million total.
He makes it $3 million.
Well, that should do it for Montgomery. He's got squadoosh.
How much more do you have?
Is he thinking about sticking around, though?
Snead should just, twirl his finger around his chips. It would save time.
I'm all in.
Montgomery pushes all in.
Wow. I thought Montgomery was posturing when he asked for a count. Instead, with nothing, he bluffs all in and puts big-time pressure on Snead.
So this late in the main event, a big decision for Paul Snead.
Well, Snead with a big pot out there, getting good pot odds. He has top pair, but this is for 80% of his chips.
I got caught. I have outs, probably. I definitely have outs.
If Snead calls, Montgomery is the one who's caught.
I don't think you have a made hand. I might have the best hand.
Snead had raised from the button pre-flop trying to steal the blinds, and Montgomery re-raised him $800,000 from the big blind. Now, Snead has out-flopped him, but he's got to decide for almost all his chips if Montgomery's got him crushed.
What do you want, buddy? Talk to me.
I want you to fold. I mean, is there a question about it? I know I have the best hand, but man, I don't want to risk all my life. You said you got outs. I don't want you to call. Please fold. Please, please, please fold. I mean,
Montgomery mostly truthful there. He doesn't have the best hand, but he really, really, really wants Snead to fold.
How many players left?
Can't blame Snead. Any decision at this point of the tournament is a huge decision.
I got a clock.
Are you serious? Are you kidding me?
Honey, I'm short and time's running and you've been taking a long time, so. Sorry.
Wow, I can't believe she's calling the clock at this stage of the tournament. Tiffany's within her rights, but it ain't right.
Only a $12 million pot. She calls the clock.
Tiffany's got 50 big blinds left, and she is not in the hand.
Now extra pressure on Snead.
If it's about math, I have to call. If it's about survival, I should fold.
Snead certainly no newcomer to poker.
What's it about?
He understands there are make-or-break moments in every tournament. This may be his here in the main event.
This is a make-or-break moment for Scott Montgomery, too.
Clock running out.
I call.
And Snead makes the tough call. Montgomery doesn't like that.
I got him! Come on, baby. I got him!
He's got him.
Oh, sheepishly turns over his ace-4. Snead in great shape to knock off Montgomery.
Not cool, yo. Not cool.
Honey, it's my right.
Not cool.
It's my right, babe.
Really not cool.
If I thought he was, you know what? If I thought he was close to making a decision,
cool.
my chips are short right now. Blinds are really big, and I'm playing for $9 million too.
You can justify whatever you want. I'm just saying it's not cool. It's really rude.
Again, Tiffany was within her rights to call the clock, but in that spot, it was a bit cold.
All right, let's get back to the action at the table. Paul Snead and his wife Elizabeth's arms waiting for the turn card. Turn card an 8 of hearts, no good for Montgomery. Snead, though, picks up a flush draw.
Time running out on Scott Montgomery.
that's a lovely card.
Only a non-heart ace keeps Montgomery alive.
It's an ace!
Oh, it's a diamond!
Montgomery wins the hand and doubles up, somehow taking that pot from Paul Snead.
Oh, man, that was so ugly.
Guy just put, let's see, 6 million chips in with ace-4
I thought it was aces.
with nothing on the flop.
Snead crippled and devastated.
Montgomery hits the river and rakes in that 11 million chip pot. And after that ugliness, the only way Paul Snead may be seeing the final table is at home on the big screen. This poker fact brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net. At a 9-handed table, if you hold an ace pre-flop, there's a 70% chance you're the only one who has one, so use it wisely. Back at the Rio after getting crushed by Scott Montgomery, Paul Snead knocked off by Craig Marquis.
Well, sucks.
For Snead, a brutal end to a wonderful main event.
He knocked off Mike Matiso in this tournament, but done in here by Craig Marquis.
Snead's gone, mostly due to Scott Montgomery's remarkable luck.
Snead finding solace in his wife's arms. Meanwhile, at table 3, Dennis Phillips continues to lead the charge, still the chip leader with over $14 million.
Not trying to play stupid, guys. I'm going to make the final 9. I got enough chips to do it. I'm not going to donk him off.
A warning shot fired by the chip leader. On the E-Trade financial chip count, you see that 5 players are over 10 million. Joe Bishop has charged up that leaderboard, as has Daru Suharto. One player much closer to the bottom than the top is Brandon Cantu, under the chip average of 6.8 million. Currently, he has less than 3 million chips. Joe Bishop suddenly in second place. He folds. On to Peter Eastgate. Eastgate with ace-queen offsuit.
He does look like Ice Skate.
He raises to 300,000. Action folds to Cantu with pocket 9s.
Smaller.
And he moves all in.
Brandon says he struggles with short stack play. He's not patient enough, but going all in there with pocket 9s, fairly standard.
Can I have a count?
So now action back to Eastgate. If he calls, Cantu will be at risk.
Brandon had 26, 27 big blinds left.
I believe it's like 2.7.
I guess he could have called and seen a flop, but that's just not in his nature.
Eastgate needs a little more than 2 million to call. With ace-queen, he calls.
It's
Got a pair?
2.3 million
Got a
additional
pair?
over to Peter, and he makes the call.
Brandon leads right now.
Red 9s. Peter has
So
the ace
Brandon
of
Cantu, the only
diamonds,
bracelet winner left in the field, now at risk.
Peter Eastgate with a chance to knock off the pro.
Low cards.
All right, let's see what the flop brings.
All right, now the flop, and it is tray 6-8. All diamonds, both with flush draws. Eastgate with the nut flush draw.
It's not so good.
It's still a coin flip, and now Brandon has to dodge an ace, a queen, and diamonds.
Ace or an 8.
It's a 9's coming. 9's coming.
By the way, if Brandon had just called pre-flop, he probably would have pushed all in on that flop, and Eastgate probably would have called him, so we'd still be in the same spot.
Turn card now. 8 of hearts. Brandon still good. One card to come. Cantu's fast and loose style kept him near the top of the leaderboard, but he's at risk here. If he can stay out of harm's way, one of the most accomplished players remaining will be back in the game.
Eastgate looking for an ace, a queen, or a diamond to eliminate Cantu.
River cards a diamond. Eastgate with a nut flush eliminates Brandon Cantu.
Ladies and gentlemen, give out a big round of
Cantu
applause.
goes out in 20th place.
Finisher Brandon Cantu.
Wins $250,000.
It was a roller coaster ride for Brandon Cantu. He'll do a lot of second guessing. Certainly very disappointed to leave short of the main event final table.
One thing's for certain, whoever wins this main event will be winning their first World Series bracelet. And with the elimination of Albert Kim in 19th place, we're down to 18 players.
Give me my money.
But one player who's in great shape for even more money is chip leader Dennis Phillips. But Phillips and others will have to contend with the dangerous pro Chino Ream. Coming up, we find out who will be the November 9. For Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarran from the main event of the World Series of Poker.